Here's 1675, good luck. We've not played before, no head-to-head score. We get black for this one. Our opponent, oh, it's a relatively new account. Okay, it's 4 months or so we'll play this one. 116 games. It's enough to establish rating. You only really need 20, 30 games and your rating should be established. Maybe for the very, very top players. Might take a little more, but it doesn't need too many. He takes, now I could go with the queen and get out the more stands here, but it's actually better for white. The pawn is a principal move and it is slow rapid, so I think I'd better take in the conventional way. He knows what he's doing with the opening. Oh. Okay, let's play knight up. It's not going to be the actual Arjun, is it? Because he wouldn't have ratings like this, so that's fair to assume. The real Arjun, of course, is like, what is he, world number 3 or 4 or something? I could take here and try and target this pawn, but I generally like to get castled. If he comes here, then I'll take, and he spent an extra move, so he does push forward, so I'm going to challenge that immediately. His idea will be takes, takes. But if we trade here, I'm still quite happy with that. I suspect he'll take in here. Maybe I should have played knight up first, but there's a potential problem. Well, he's pushed forward. Okay. Let's launch this one as well, but he really knows the opening. Yeah, he's going to play a bishop here, and he's going to try and just target a kingside attack. I could go here and kick the bishop and see how you're going to trade a drop back. I'd like knight here, but this move is a little bit awkward. But we're threatening to take a pawn here. And obviously you can't take back this way because of the pin for the rook. So knight there, so we can actually take and attack the two. So has he got a trick in mind? So here he can just take now. Take, but the queen goes in the corner. Take here, and he's here, and he's fine, isn't he? So maybe bishop here, but he just goes here. So what about this first then? Yeah, I think I'll get rid of my backward pawn first. And just see how this pans out. Which one does he go with? If this pawn goes here, I've got bishop here then if I choose to play it, and we try and get rid of this annoying bishop from diagonal. Because that's the long-term goal, is to come on this diagonal. He's gone with that pawn. He wants to keep that option open. So if I go here now, he can still push. Bit concerning because he really knows this. So here, if he pushes down, say we just drop back, he can push again on one of them. It's problematic, isn't it? So do I worry about taking and trading the rook? I don't think I should. What about knight here then? Here, I'm not going here, I'm not going here. Is pawn up a move? Don't think it is. Pawn up, bishop up. I'm going to develop the bishop and just try and prepare knight across, I think. And maybe shove the pawns up, something like that. He'd probably play a bishop here. I'd love to go here and trade that bishop, but I don't think it works. I can just push. And I don't think a sacrifice is kind of feasible. I might be wrong, but it doesn't feel it. Let's play the knight up then. Just so if he takes now, the knight can come across and capture back, but I'm wanting to try and push these pawns. So let's see how bold he is. Does he castle or does he launch a quick attack? He has castled, so I think I've got to just be bold and launch forward here, don't I? There's no other way to really break out. If he takes, we can take back, and we got our pawns guarded, or have we though? If he takes, I have to take with a bishop to keep them guarded, right? But it's got to be a move. Let's push up. It creates a one move threat. But if he takes, I've got to go with a bishop now. So there's still potential with the bishop here, the queen here. Very dangerous. Maybe I can go here and try and take here. Maybe. But takes, and these pawns are going to be really dangerous coming down the board. He's played bishop in to hit our knight. Okay. So does it matter how I push? If I shove one of these forward, he's creating the immediate threat here, hasn't he? So I think I need to push this one. If he takes here, we can go with the knight and we still guard this pawn. He can't really come forward, so it's got to be this one. Take that immediate pressure off. Maybe we can trade here or go here. But it still feels dangerous. Say takes, takes, he can show his pawn with tempo attacking the rook. And I don't like the look of that. Takes here. We'll take back with the knight. If he takes, we take back here. Knight in is covered, knight in is covered. The pawn is protected. I think he should be keeping the bishop more here with the queen trying to come in this way. That's the general concept, I think. But all we can do is react to our opponent's actual moves. Oh, have I just blundered not seeing it? Have we just simply blundered there? So takes doesn't actually work. Oh, can I take? Oh, I can't take here because he takes and he attacks my rook. So here, and he's going to take one back. I have to do it though, don't I? I can't not do it. I have to take. So he's got a choice whichever way he wishes to go. If it was me, I'd probably get rid of the bishop. Okay, so if I come across, he can guard it. But I can't really go forward, can I? So I have to come across. So knight takes, knight takes. I'm threatening to capture here, actually. I'm threatening to take the pawn. But the position, it's all collapsing, isn't it? I'm just having one of them days where I'm just not seeing basic moves, so I should really take a break, take an hour break and come back later on. I'm just missing basic simple moves right now. But there is a threat to win this dangerous pawn. It takes a lot of pressure off if we get this. If he takes here, I'll just take this one and hit the bishop. If he takes... If I go with the queen, this pawn is going to collapse, isn't it? So I think I'd have to go with the knight. Takes, takes. But it wouldn't surprise me if I'm missing something. Oh, he's taken that way. So he has indeed won the pawn. If I go with the bishop, then I lose the knight. So I have to take here and lose this pawn, right? It's the only move. So does he want to trade the queen? Let's not pre-move, but probably the rook. If he takes here, we can then hopefully take here. But I don't think he will. I think he should guard it. So maybe we can go here if he does that. But he's taken that pawn. So can I just safely capture this and then hit the bishop? Or better still, take this and hit the bishop. Because that gets the queen out the way and I can maybe prepare to push. So we've got a chance to keep the queen on the board by taking here. If bishop comes down, I guess just the queen comes back. But it gives him a chance to keep this pawn. If I take here now, he could just simply take, or he can trade the queen and take the pawn. So I'm going to be bold and move the queen and attack the bishop. He could just do this, but I'm wondering whether I can get away with a pawn push rather than taking here immediately. Or do I just swap one for one? Probably, but danger lurking everywhere. I mean, he could drop his bishop all the way back. He can support the bishop. He can try and guard the pawn with the bishop. He might have a better move. Let's see. He has indeed come forward to guard. That's logical, common sense. So do I need queen across here? He doesn't have queen to guard his bishop. So here, and if he goes either of these, I cover it, right? So that seems like the common sense move to me. So let's go here and hit the bishop. But the queen is covered by the knight, both squares, to protect it. Maybe he can half go this way. Then we'll maybe start pushing, I'm not sure, or even here. Yeah, I expect probably queen here. And then what do we do? Just shove the pawn up and attack the knight. And the knight then would struggle to come forward. But we're going to struggle to get our pieces into the game, though, equally, to be fair. So that's the move I expect, because there's not many other moves to physically look at, is there? So I think we want to launch forward here now. If he takes, queen takes, we should be able to gang up on this pawn, but it's not a guarantee. It isn't, is it? It isn't a guarantee. So what about rook across then? I'm going to play rook across for now, just get the rook into the game. I don't see how I really keep this if he gangs up on it. I need to give my king an emergency square, so does our opponent, and then we can try and hopefully get forward. But I'm just looking at this idea. Takes, takes, queen takes, then hopefully we can gang up on the pawn before he queens it. That's what I need to do, is get rid of this. He's played it really well. Really, really good game. Like I said, that's the problem when you're playing someone on either a new account. This is a new account. It's only 4 months old, so it's newish. Not that many games. You don't know if the rating actually reflects the level. It should do. It's more than enough games to reflect your level, but you just never know. Right, so we are up a little bit on the clock this game. He has indeed gone for a rook trade, and I don't think I should do that, but can I just ignore it and push here? If he takes, I can go with the bishop. So here though, if he comes here, rook check, it wouldn't quite be a thing, would it? Wouldn't be a thing. So I think I want him to do the taking. So I'm just going to play a holding move. I'll have to take with a bishop. I can almost pre-move that, can't I? Then if he plays rook across, maybe bishop here and start creating a counter threat like this. But this is so vulnerable. Maybe even a move like queen down or something. This could collapse in a hurry, couldn't it? I guess I've got bishop to guard my rook. I don't have to take, but we're on the brink. We're on the brink of being lost here. So he's gone for it. Have to take. Maybe I should have pushed this pawn because his bishop and queen can get on the light squares as well. Oh boy, not pleasant. Not pleasant. So depending on what he does, like queen here, I'll have to play bishop to guard the rook. See, I don't have to take. That would be disastrous, but I've got bishop here. Then it's whether he gets his knight in, or indeed his rook in. But he needs what? 3, 4 moves for this pawn and it's finished. If he manages to push this pawn and connect these two, that's done. I've got a potential counter threat with bishop here, and if he has to go defensive, I can then maybe start working my pawn, I hope. Or maybe I need to push this pawn and get the bishop off the board, and if he doesn't, I can just shove the pawn again. So here, queen takes, but can I collect this one? He has indeed seen that move, so I have to guard my rook. But now his bishop's under attack. We're threatening to actually capture the bishop now and push here. So he's missed the fact that I can take the bishop, I think. He's got rook check. And then if I take with the rook... has he missed it? Do I have to push here? Check, I can step up, and I'm threatening a back rank mate and a queen. So I've got to move here. I can take the bishop, he can check. Gain the bishop, check. Gain the rook. He takes my rook. And have I got a knockout blow? Because he can take us with a check. We step up. But he's got the back rank threat to deal with, and I don't see how he does it. I think I can take here. But this has to be precise or it's a loss. The idea is check, but he's got a back rank mate threat to deal with. If king up immediately, if he takes here, if I just push, can he get back and defend the queen? If I go here, I don't think he can. I'm going to risk it and go for it. I don't think he can get back. I think he might have overlooked this. Because that's the concept. I can see his idea. If I go with a rook, queen takes, bishop takes, he queens. But maybe I can even ignore that and shove the pawn up. He can take with a check here. Ah, he gets a check here. But he'd have to be able to get behind the pawn. I'm not sure he can. But I can see his concept. It's easy to miss a move like that because it's well protected. But you can see the concept, and that's what he's gone for. So now we have to figure it out. So do I take it or do I ignore it? So if I go here and he takes me here, he has to move the queen before he can queen again. So here he can take. Maybe I simply play queen back here. I guard my... No, I can't, because he'd have queen. No, I can, can't I? Take here, queen back. If he takes me here, I take and I block his pawn. But he's got knight back and he can stop my pawn here. That's a problem. So I think I do need to step up here. If he plays rook takes, I think I just shove my pawn up. Ah, then he's got rook check though. King up. See, it's problematic. Maybe I can't do that. So if I go with the rook, he's got queen takes, bishop takes. he can queen. Now that's got to be the safe one, actually. It's got to be safer to take. Now, can I just simply go here now? And is that winning? Just hang the bishop. I've got queen back, haven't I? I've got queen back. Takes, takes. My concern is he's got knight back and he stops my pawn. I can't move the bishop because of the pin. I can push now. Takes with check. Oh, hold on. I can push now. Takes here and I can block. I don't have to move my king. And he's got the back rank mate to deal with. And he doesn't have a way to get back, does he? And if he queens, I just queen. It's checkmate. So I think I just push then. And if he takes with check, I block with a knight rather than going here. And now if he takes, I take back and I stop him queening. And I'm threatening to queen with a checkmate threat. Even if he plays queen back, I can just queen anywhere. I think I've calculated it, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. You can see he's a sharp player finding that line, even if it doesn't work. You've got to be a sharp player to see that. But it's a back rank mate threat. And if he has to say move a pawn, I can queen with a check. And then just even take the pawn and give up the knight or something. I'd have an extra queen on the board. Or we'll have to figure it out. No, we can play queen across and double up. But I guess that might not work. We'll have to see. But takes, takes, then here. And he's got no immediate follow-up check except the knight. So it feels like I could take and give up the knight and I'll have an extra queen here. Get the cursor off the board so there's no accidental slips there. But yeah, you've got to be a pretty sharp tactical player to even see the idea there. But because he's thinking, that's good for us. It means he doesn't see the immediate finish. So he has had to do that and allow us to queen, so we might as well do that. Now, do we want to give up the knight? I can just simply take here. He can take here. We step up. Knight check here is covered by my queen. What's he got? He doesn't even have queen takes pawn because my queen is here. I just want to make sure I get this right. Say I play a move like this, he can just queen and get his second queen. So I don't think we can allow that. We've got no follow-up check, so I think we have to take. He takes here, we go here, and it's winning, right? I think. Let's take the pawn. I think we go here. As long as he doesn't have that one move knockout, and I don't see it, that's protected. He can grab a pawn, but we can then start getting back. We just pin the queen, and that kills the game. Boy, that was a tough one, wasn't it? But that wins the game. That should win the game anyway. I mean, amateur games are never actually over till they're over, of course, just in case, but it should be. It should be good enough now. Let's throw a check in there. Again, I've got to be careful not to blunder some sort of check here. Yeah, let's get the queen a bit further away from the king and hit the knight and threaten a check. Okay, he's pushed, so I will take it. Okay. I guess it's easier just to, well, I could check. I could push up, I guess, couldn't I? Check, he has to go back, though. Drives his king back. There's no risk of the knight hitting my queen and king. I just drive him back and then push the pawn. He's nearly out of time. Boy, it's been tricky, this. Now, I can check here. Guess that makes sense. He needs to guard his knight. Probably on the dark square. Oh, that allows me to come in. So I just got to make sure I don't blunder stalemate here. But you can definitely... Actually, he can't push this, so here... He's got a legal move, right? So it's safe to take. That's all I needed to know. Here... I mean, I can go here. Does it matter? I just don't want to blunder a silly stalemate. So let's just make sure we flush his king out. Now just push. I'm just making certain he's got at least one legal move. Okay, let's just check. And checkmate. That was a tough game. That was a tough game. You see, he's a very good tactical player. You can just see from the concepts he found. So let's see what that was in engine speak. Oh, it doesn't come up there because the arena has actually finished, so we'll have to go to the game this way. 51 moves, so they're the move times for both players there. So let's put it through the analyzer. The Caracan defense pan of attack. If you click on that, it'll bring up some puzzles to do. Mistakes in the opening, but we've actually been better from move 22, and we're suddenly winning. We've played it pretty well the end game, but he found some very good concepts there. But we have got mistakes and blunders in the opening. What was it? 89 and 83 on the accuracy. So you can see he's got the fundamentals, being a very good tactical player here, so could be a good strong blitz player. So here, yeah, I needed to play knight forward. So we're a little bit better out the opening here, just even though he's advanced all his pawns. It's a little bit better for black. It was a mistake taking, a blunder him taking back. Shouldn't have played the bishop there either. It wants me to launch the knight. There's always something to learn in these games. And again, this sort of trade must be good for me as well. I didn't like it, but should have done it. It's just getting that a little bit better for white now. Then we've got a few blunders coming up with these blips, as you can see. Now, he should have traded the queen, so it was right for us to take back with the queen and keep it on the board. And then, yeah, he had just that bishop pawn move to guard the bishop. So here, I should have gone for this move with the pawn push. Should have done it earlier, though. I was looking at that move. I should have done it immediately here. Just kick that knight. Okay, so that was a blunder. Queen down, rook across. Then rook over was the blunder, and I should just take it instead of pushing the pawn. Okay, so h6 is actually a blunder, so I should take. He takes, then knight forward, creating a threat. Oh, then he plays that queen move here, creating a really serious threat. So we could just potentially take here, but that can't be good for us. Look at that, we have to play rook to f8. He gets a new queen. Then we take with a knight trying to set up a smothered mate. Then he just ignores it and moves across. Then we play the knight this way. So why was a smothered mate not on there? Wasn't that a forced smothered mate? If we go here. If he goes here, it's mate. Oh no, it isn't a smothered mate because the knight and the rook cover, don't they? Am I confusing myself here? Probably. I must be. Knight to d3 is the move. Oh, knight to h3. Yeah, knight to h3. Forced checkmate. The engine is changing its mind when I look at here. It is a smothered mate, yeah. It doesn't matter that it's covered, it's just a smothered mate. So knight across, king across, check, take with either one, and it's a smothered mate. So it was indeed. Okay, fair enough. So h6 was a blunder. He takes, we took back. Then he should have dropped his knight back here instead of this queen move. He found it. You've got to be a good tactical player to even see a move like that, though. But we were actually fine. So bishop c7 was good. Then he's got another blunder here. Queen takes bishop was good. So I figured this line out. Bishop takes was good. c2 was good. And the knight block was good. Then h3 was the losing blunder. He had to play knight back. We're still going to queen. But he had to play knight back. So I've actually converted the very end of the game well. Of course, as soon as the queen comes up, it should be a formality. But just be careful. You could still blunder anything. But just trying to make sure we don't blunder stalemate here. And he was getting low on time. But that's a dangerous game, isn't it? That was a dangerous game. Could easily have lost that one. So very well played there.